Most men make the same mistake when they meet a woman they really like. They think the only way to keep her interested is by giving her all of their time, all of their attention, and all of their energy. But what actually happens, the more available you become, the less valuable you appear. See, human psychology is wired in such a way that we chase what feels rare, not what feels common. If you give a woman everything right away, she doesn't have to work for it, she doesn't have to invest. And without investment, there's no emotional attachment. Think about it like this. Imagine you walk into a store and the item you've wanted for months is suddenly on clearance, stacked in piles. The excitement disappears. Why? Because it's no longer rare, it's no longer special. Women are the same way with men. When you're always texting, always calling, always dropping everything to be with her, you're showing her that your time has no value. And if you don't value your own time, why should she? Scarcity creates value. When she feels you're not always available, when she sees you have a life, a mission, and goals beyond her, that's when she starts to wonder, what is he doing when he's not with me? Why isn't he chasing me like every other guy does? That curiosity is the seed of attraction. Now here's where most men slip. They think pulling away means ignoring her or playing childish games. That's not what this is about. It's about genuine scarcity, not fake scarcity. When your life is truly full, when you're working on your purpose, building your body, growing your career, spending time with quality friends, you simply don't have the time to sit on your phone begging for her attention. That lifestyle naturally makes her see you as rare, as high value, and worth chasing. But scarcity is only one piece of the puzzle. The second is detachment. Most guys get overly attached too quickly. They meet a woman, feel a spark, and suddenly their entire emotional world depends on her response. If she texts back, they're happy. If she doesn't, they spiral into insecurity, and women feel that energy. They sense when a man is desperate, when he's seeking her approval more than living his own life. Detachment is powerful because it tells her, I like you, but I don't need you. That energy makes her chase. Think about it. When you don't overreact to her mood swings, when you don't get upset if she takes longer to reply, when you're calm and centered no matter what she does, she begins to respect you differently. Most men collapse at the first sign of her pulling back. But if you stay grounded, if you show her that her silence doesn't shake you, she starts to realize you're not like the rest. And here's the crazy part. Your calm detachment actually makes her work harder to win your attention back. She feels the need to re-engage because she doesn't want to lose a man who can't be easily controlled by emotions. Now let's go deeper into what really fuels this chase, the life you're living without her. Women don't chase men who orbit around them. They chase men who are already being chased by life. What does that mean? It means when you're building yourself up, working on your fitness, pushing your career forward, developing skills, exploring hobbies, surrounding yourself with high-value people, you automatically become magnetic. Your lifestyle becomes the competition. She doesn't just compete with other women for your attention. She competes with your mission, your growth, your goals. And when she feels she has to fight for a place in that life, that's when she chases like crazy. Ask yourself this. Are you the man who drops everything just to be available? Or are you the man who's so busy building himself that she feels lucky to even get your time? Because here's the truth, women don't dream about being with the guy who waits around. They dream about the man who's in motion, the man other people admire, the man who seems to have options. That's the man she chases, so the formula is simple but powerful. Scarcity creates value, detachment creates mystery, and a life of purpose creates attraction. When you align these three, you'll notice the shift. Instead of you constantly wondering how to win her over, she'll be the one wondering how to win you. And that's exactly how you make a woman chase you like crazy. Most men think the fastest way to win a woman over is by impressing her. They spend money, they overcompliment, they agree with everything she says just to stay on her good side. But here's the secret. Women don't chase men they can easily impress, they chase men who challenge them. When you stop trying to be the nice guy who always pleases and instead become the man who sets the frame, who teases, who questions, who doesn't automatically agree just to keep the peace, she feels something she doesn't feel with most guys. She feels curiosity and respect. A woman invests when she doesn't automatically know where she stands. If you're constantly trying to prove yourself, she knows she has you. But when you flip the script and she has to prove herself to you, suddenly she's the one chasing. Playful teasing, light disagreements, and the ability to hold your ground without being aggressive makes her feel she's working for your approval, and the more effort she puts in, the more attached she becomes. Now, when you understand this dynamic, you'll also realize the importance of pulling back when she pulls away. Too many men get anxious at the first sign of distance. She takes longer to reply, cancels a plan, or seems distracted, and instantly he doubles down with more calls, more texts, more effort. What he doesn't realize is he's chasing harder while she's losing interest. The smarter move, mirror her energy. If she pulls back, don't chase match it. Give her space. Women feel the absence of a man more than his constant presence. When you don't react, when you calmly let her come back on her own time, she starts to think, why isn't he chasing me like the others? Did I lose him? That thought alone drives her to re-engage, and suddenly she's chasing you. But it's not just about space. It's about sparking her imagination. Human beings are addicted to mystery. The less she knows about every detail of your life, the more she wonders. And the more she wonders, the more she invests emotionally. If you tell her everything, if you're constantly updating her on where you are, what you're doing, and who you're with, she feels no mystery, no thrill. But when you share just enough to keep her interested, while holding back details that let her imagination do the work, she begins to think about you constantly. She wonders what you're doing when you're not around, and that wonder is what makes her chase. Think of it this way. Mystery is like oxygen to attraction. If she can predict every move you'll make, she gets bored. But if she never fully knows what's next with you, if every moment feels fresh, unpredictable, and exciting, she becomes hooked. You don't have to lie or play games. You just have to live in a way that keeps her curious, a way that makes her feel she hasn't fully figured you out yet. And then comes the balance of validation. Every woman wants to feel special, but if you hand out validation like candy, it loses its sweetness. Too much praise, too many compliments, and she starts to feel it's not earned. It's just who you are with everyone. But when you hold back, when you only give validation after she does something worthy, like making an effort, showing loyalty, dressing up for you, or going out of her way to spend time, your words hit differently. That rare acknowledgement becomes a reward. She starts to crave it, and the only way she can get more of it is by chasing you harder. See, women aren't addicted to constant praise. They're addicted to the uncertainty of when they'll get it. And if you create that rhythm, that balance of holding back and rewarding only when earned, you'll see her trying harder and harder to win your attention. She will be the one reaching out, putting in effort, and showing up differently. So if you really want a woman to chase you like crazy, stop trying to impress and start challenging her. Don't panic when she pulls away. Use that space to your advantage. Keep mystery alive so her imagination never rests. And give validation like a precious reward, not a free giveaway. When you master these dynamics, you flip the script. Instead of you always proving your worth to her, She'll be the one proving hers to you. And that's when the real chase begins. One of the most overlooked secrets in making a woman chase you is the standards you set for yourself. See, a lot of men bend their rules the moment they meet a woman they're attracted to. They accept last-minute cancellations, tolerate disrespect, and allow inconsistent behavior, all just to keep her around. But here's the truth: if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. A woman will only value what she has to earn. When you set high standards and clear boundaries, you communicate, without even saying a word, that you're not like the rest. You're not desperate for her attention, you're selective, and the moment she realizes not every woman gets access to you, she feels the urge to prove herself worthy. Boundaries are not about being controlling, they are about self-respect. If she shows up late consistently, if she disrespects your time, if she tries to test your patience, you calmly let her know that's not acceptable. Not with anger, not with begging, but with composure. And here's the crazy part: women actually respect men who call out bad behavior. The guys who allow everything end up forgotten. But the men who hold the line are the ones she can't stop thinking about, because deep down, she knows he respects himself enough not to settle. And that makes her chase harder. Now let's talk about creating emotional highs, because attraction isn't built only on boundaries, it's built on experiences. A woman doesn't chase logic, she chases the way you make her feel. If every moment with you is flat, predictable, or routine, she doesn't form an emotional bond. But if you create moments filled with laughter, excitement, deep eye contact, and real connection, you anchor powerful emotions to yourself. She begins to associate you with joy, adventure, and passion. And when you're not around, she craves those highs again. That craving becomes the fuel for her to chase you. Think about it. She won't remember every word you said, but she will never forget the way she felt when she was around you. When you create unforgettable experiences, whether it's a spontaneous trip, a playful joke, or a meaningful late-night conversation, you become addictive. And the only way she can keep feeling that rush is by pursuing you. That's why the man who gives her emotional highs will always have the edge over the man who just provides stability with no spark. She doesn't want boring, she wants exciting, but here's the ultimate piece of the puzzle: the walk-away power. The strongest position a man can be in is the ability to leave, because the moment she knows you're willing to walk away, if the respect, effort, or energy isn't there, everything shifts. Most men threaten to walk away but never actually mean it. But when she senses, deep in her bones, that you would rather lose her than lose yourself, her instincts go into overdrive. The fear of losing you becomes stronger than the comfort of keeping you, and that fear makes her chase you like nothing else. Walking away doesn't mean playing games or being cold. It means you are so grounded in your value, so secure in who you are, that you refuse to stay in situations where you're not treated right. That strength is rare. And remember, women chase what's rare. When she realizes she can't manipulate you, can't take you for granted, can't get away with minimum effort, she invests more, she gives more, and she values you more. So when you put it all together, high standards and boundaries, unforgettable emotional highs, and the walk-away power, you create a magnetic force she can't resist. You stop being the man who chases, and you become the man she fights to keep. And once you step into that role, once you truly embody it, that's when a woman will actually chase you like crazy.